Classic Mini Cup, Event 1, Round 2. Hello there everybody and welcome to Opafet Gaming. You're listening to the Opafet. We are driving a little Mini Miglia in the Classic Mini Cup, which is a rookie specials event. We're driving it through the streets of London, England, on the Big Ben View track. We're doing 5 laps. We're driving during the day with overcast skies, and we start at 22 of 22. Now, the Mini Miglia is a powerful little modified Mini. It has a low ride and a stiff suspension for excellent handling, and it has a 1.3 liter A-series engine which is capable of producing 130 horsepower. Since the late 1960s, this little Mini has often been referred to as the Mini Touring Car. It's an awesome little car to drive, but we are still in 22nd of 22 cars. We better start passing. Now, these laps are very short. Thank God that there's 5 of them, and that gives us a little bit of time to check things out, because this is a very, very fast race. These guys don't fool around. They zip like you wouldn't believe, and it's an awesome race to drive a little Mini in. But that doesn't help us as far as winning the race is concerned, because here we are, we've already finished the first lap, and we're still in 22nd of 22. Now there's lots of places where we can pass, but once you pass, you have to keep the pressure up and catch up to the next batch and keep pressuring them. And that's the only way you're going to advance. I mean, here we are now in 20th, so we still got a long ways to go, and we're already about a lap and a half in, so we don't got time to waste. And these little Minis, zipping the way they do, when you get to the narrow areas of the track like this, or around corners like this, you cannot get by them, especially if they start running you 2 cars side by side. Plus, the other thing you got to remember, if you try to cut the corner short and you're coming up from behind, these guys will run into you if you're not quite beside them yet. So be aware of that. And the other thing you got to be aware of too is sometimes these guys spin out, or they hit another car, or they hit a wall or whatever. And when they do, they'll spin around on the track and sometimes, well, usually take out 2 or 3 cars behind them. So you got to be aware of that too. Now you can try and always stay to the outside like I did there and try and pass them on the outside, but you don't always have enough power, and sometimes, well, I shouldn't say sometimes, I should say most of the time. Ooh, he took himself out. Most of the time the Opafet, when he goes around the outside, he overshoots the corner and then he ends up hitting the wall on the other side. So I try not to do that any more than I actually absolutely have to. I try to drive a clean race, because hitting anything or getting hit by anything, all it does is slow you down. And if you get slowed down, especially in the 4th or 5th lap of a 5-lap race, you're not going to recoup. So best thing you can do is just to drive as clean as you can, catch up to the next guy like here. You're not going to take him around the outside that time, so get in behind him and then try and pass him on the straight. But on the straight, all these guys are really quick. They're really fast and they're hard to catch up to. So sometimes you gotta just bide your time. Okay, well, we got by him, but if you can't get by him on the straights, wait till the corners, because they do slow down quite a bit around the corners. And if you're right up behind them when you go into the corner, you can usually either get around them on the inside or outside, not like that, like I said, overshooting the corner. But if you get up right behind them, you can get like that and then get beside them and get past them that way. So that's a different way of getting by them. But these guys don't let you go very easily, boy, I'll tell you. Only 3 more cars ahead of me, and they're all right there, which is a good thing. I mean, if you're going to have cars in front of you, at least have them within seeing distance so that you can see where the lead car is, so that you're not trying to guess at where it is. Because we got to keep an eye on the laps here, and this is our 4th lap coming up being done here, but we did just pull into 2nd, so we've got 1 full lap to go and 1 car to pass. Now that doesn't mean that you're going to win, because I might not be able to catch up to him, or I might pass him and then he might come back and pass me. Whichever it is, we're going to try and catch up to him as close as we can, and then when there's a little bit of a straight section, we're going to zip by him, and then we're going to try and build up a little bit of a buffer, because this is the way I like to drive. And I think we're going to pass him right here. Like I said, you get up behind him and you can cut him on the inside if you do it after you've already gone through the corner. You cut the corner tight and he usually goes a little bit wider. So that's a really good way to pass him. And then once you're by him, you can push it, just not too hard, you know, kind of stay away from the walls a little bit, and you can push it fairly decent, and you can get yourself a little bit of a buffer. We got 2.5, 3 seconds. And we're coming up onto the checkered flag. I really enjoy this. I love driving the minis, and I hope you liked it too. You have yourself a great day. You've been racing with the Overfed.